He is currently third in the National Football League in receptions with 46 catches this season, tied for third with a gentleman named Larry Fitzgerald, who's very good at the football. He is Jarvis Landry of the Miami Dolphins on a bye week this week. He joins this show not only courtesy of the Dolphins, but also the TCL 4K Football Challenge. Jarvis Landry here on The Rich Eisen Show. How you doing, Jarvis?
I'm doing wonderful. Enjoying this bye week, man. Thanks for having me on.
Now, you bet. So how does Jarvis Landry spend a bye week? What are you up to?
Just relaxing, man. Getting an opportunity to catch up on some family time. Enjoying some great weather here in South Florida, and looking forward to seeing more family this weekend.
So, what is your relationship with Ryan Tannehill? How would you describe it, Jarvis?
Oh man, my relationship with Ryan, man, has just been, not only as a teammate but as a friend, just developing the chemistry, the bond, that we need, for Sundays, and he's a fun-loving guy, man. He's a hard worker. He's a true testament to leadership that's on this Miami Dolphins football team.
So what about this offense, the Adam Gase offense, do you think will improve over the next, 9 games for you as soon as this bye week's all over, Jarvis?
Continue to be balanced, man. Continue to, allow Jay and the running back in our run game to continue to lead the forefront, and when we have to pass, man, just making those plays. Myself, Devontae Parker, Kenny Stills, just continue to make those plays when our number is called, man, and allow our defense not to play 70 plays, but, to play 50, so to allow those guys to pin back their ears and, do what they do best.
Well, and obviously helps when Ajayi is running for 200 yards. Where did this come from, Jarvis? Help me out with this one.
Oh man, it's something that we've all known that he can do. Obviously he had his hardships early on in the season, then traveled to a game or two, but he looked himself in the mirror, man, and kept his head down and was able to come back for us here as of late, and has been running the football at a rate that I don't think anyone has ever seen. And I can say guys like myself and the receiving corps, man, we love blocking for him. And he already anticipates getting to the second level. So when you got a running back who has that type of mindset, you see what you see now.
Jarvis Landry of the Miami Dolphins, courtesy again of TCL 4K Football Challenge. We'll get to in a moment here on the Rich Eisen Show. And speaking of blocking and you blocking and blocking in the second level, your block on Aaron Williams has been front and center in the NFL conversation during your bye week. What would you say to those who call that a dirty play, Jarvis?
You know what, man? Honestly, my focus is on our team, man. I think, our players and our coaches, they know the passion that I play with, and not only that, they know I play the game the right way, and I never have the intent to hurt anybody or, to ever put anybody else's career in jeopardy, So, man, for me, that play, last week is completely out of my mind.
So in terms of the type of hit, Jarvis, Rex Ryan said that if there was targeting in the NFL, that you would have been ejected for it. If there was targeting in the NFL, would that be in your mind as you're making a block? Would it be a deterrent in a way of making a block in a similar manner that you did, Jarvis?
No. I mean, I honestly, man, just again playing the game the way that I play it. It's the only way that I know. Obviously, could my target area have been lower? Yes, but at the same time, if a safety is coming down from the middle of the field and the receiver is running a crossing pattern and he hits the receiver, they tell that DB that's a great job, regardless of what happens to that receiver, and again, but I play the game never with the intent to hurt somebody, never with the intent to, come off as a dirty player. I play the game with a physical nature, and that's it.
You also seem to play it with an exuberance and an amped up quality where you alternate between jubilation and anger, Jarvis. It's sometimes where you just look like you're intense. Let's put it that way, to say the least. Where does that come from, do you think?
Man, I think a lot of it just comes from loving what I do. I love what I do. I'm a competitor, a true competitor, man, who loves to win in everything. I don't care if we play in Connect Four, and it's just something that I implement in my game, and it's something that I allow people to see because they understand and they see how much it means to me to win. They see how much it means to me to of the team's success, and that is kind of why, and that's kind of what you see. That's all you see.
When was the last time you did play Connect Four, Jarvis? When was the last time you actually did play that?
I can't remember. I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty good.
Mine was last week, Jarvis. I've got an 8-year-old. I've got a 5-year-old. And I have to actually play referee between the two of them because they're in that sort of beating each other up phase. And if one of them goes first, that's a crucial aspect of Connect Four. You know that, right? Going first as opposed to second,
I hear that.
Yeah, just want to make sure you're aware of the ins and outs of all that. What did you think of Les Miles' firing, Jarvis? I couldn't help but notice, again, anybody who follows you on Twitter, @God_Son80, it's a picture of you, Odell, and Jeremy Hill in your professional football uniforms. What did you think of what's going on at LSU?
Man, something for me that was definitely hard to take. It was hard to take just because, this guy recruited me. He recruited me. He sat in the living room with my mom and my family. And I developed a relationship with him over 3 years. 4 years. Through the whole recruiting process, and also my 3 years I spent at LSU. And just to see the history that he's brought to the school and how he's kept tradition alive for the whole LSU community, and fan base, to see him leave was definitely something that I wasn't, aware of, or definitely something that I didn't think that would ever happen.
Mm-hmm. And I know, many times you're in interviews, you're asked to answer for Odell Beckham Jr. and what's going on with him, but can you help in this national conversation about who he is and what he's about at his core? Who is Odell Beckham Jr., best you can tell, Jarvis?
Man, he's a hard worker. He's a hard worker. He put a lot of onus, on his shoulder, for himself, for his team, for the whole state of New York. He put a lot of onus on his shoulders to be able to go out there and perform and, bring victories, and have success in all of his endeavors. And my thing to him, through his whole process is just have fun.
Right, and then you've got
a fun-loving guy.
Yeah, and you've got Tyrann Mathieu and Patrick Peterson on the schedule coming up soon too. You know that, right? There's a whole lot of LSU stuff going on.
I can't wait.
Right.
And I can't wait.
And have you been invited to the wedding between Odell and the punter's net? Because I did see he dropped to a knee a couple of weeks ago. Did you see that, Jarvis?
Yeah, I'm actually the best man. I had the opportunity to see him yesterday. Go over a couple of arrangements, and things like that. So that's definitely in motion.
Man, I'm upset because I thought your answer was that there's no wedding because I haven't gotten the invite. Now I'm upset. Now I feel like I'm being snubbed here.
It is invite only, but it may be at a private location, and we're not sure who we want to invite yet.
Okay, very good. What's going on with the TCL 4K football challenge, Jarvis? It seems like there's some 4K televisions that you're going to help not only get in the hands of fans, but in terms of your give back initiative.
Pretty much, man. I partner with TCL, who's America's fastest growing television brand, and it wasn't only to help the fans, but it's also to help my community. I do an annual give back every year back home in Louisiana, and pretty much you would enter to win. So you would go to TCL4kfootball.com, and every week you enter in to win a TV. So pretty much the better I do on the field, the bigger the TCL TV gets. And not only do a fan get a TV, but my charity gets a TV also. So it's a unique partnership, and one that I'm extremely humbled and proud to be a part of as of late.
Well, Jarvis, thanks for coming on this show, and thanks for helping me get to my fantasy final a couple of years ago. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on. God bless.
You got it. That's Jarvis Landry at God_son80 on Twitter.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.